Hello. We are back with another episode. This is season 2, episode 3 of Ghetto Love Goes. I'm your host, Mike B. Also, we have
Johnny J.
And we'll let our guest introduce himself.
All right, my name is Gundy Berry, or better known as GB.
All right, GB.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
I'm glad to be here, man.
All right, yeah. Loosen up. We're going to get a little crazy today. You can loosen up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, and give us a little bit of a background on who you are.
All right, man. Well, needless to say, I already said my name. A little bit of my background. I'm a Milwaukee resident, been in Milwaukee my entire life.
Beautiful thing.
Life. I also work in the behavioral mental health field. I've been involved in the mental health field, I want to say a little over eight years, starting from the security side standpoint, all the way up to the mental health tech. And I think eventually I'm going to go ahead and pursue either mental behavioral health nursing or possibly therapist. Right now, my job, I'm at Granite Hills Hospital. Shout out to Granite Hills Hospital. It's a relatively new behavioral mental health hospital site where we also do insourcing or outsourcing, if you will, behavioral. Well, we address behavioral and mental health issues. We're located in the West Dallas area, 68th and Mitchell to be exact. And right now, pretty much what I do is I'm one of the instructors that I show employees or anyone that wants to learn or understand behavioral health, how to cope and, learn some of the red flags, warning signs. So, and it's pretty interesting. And you'll be surprised whether it's something from a person just staring at you or a single annoying tap. It's, all forms of behavior is a form of communication. And when I'm not doing instructional classes, I'm working with the patients, mental health tech. Pretty much a typical day would be asking them how they're feeling, what are their goals today. We do groups. From groups, we're just kind of that shoulder to lean on, giving good advice and setting that example.
That's beautiful.
That's the key. Good advice.
That's all needed. All of that's needed for sure.
Yeah.
That's all.
I appreciate that, brother. I know.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man.
I can believe that.
I have no doubt.
One of those topics that we could get started. I could talk about it for hours. So.
Well, that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
And it's good because that introduces what today's topic is about. It's actually about mental health in general, men's mental health, and then more specifically Black men's mental health is going to be what we're going to be touching on today. So I guess to start off, we can try to give our own take on just what the general definition of that is.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like a general definition or like our personal definition?
Well, what
it means to me?
What is mental health to you? What is Black men's mental health to you?
Ooh, all right. Who want to go first?
Go ahead, you got to take it away.
Oh, yeah. All right. Put me on the spot. All right. All right. I guess me personally, right, the way I look at mental health is holistic. I'm pretty sure every man at this table and out there listening has had ups and downs in his life, right?
Definitely.
Times when you feel like you was on, right? Could nobody touch you. And then, that wave die down a little bit. You be like, oh, man, I need help. I need guidance. I need direction. I need a hand to hold, something like that. And a lot of us don't have it. That's why I think it should be a holistic approach. You should look at, for me, what I try to do is the small victory thing, right? Like, so even if I can't accomplish the big end game goal, I can take the steps towards it. So that's how I like to evaluate it. Because, little wins lead up to the big wins. You got to practice every day before you can win the championship.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
That's facts. I could say, man, real to the point when it comes to mental health for me, it's self-care and admittance. And you know what us brothers, man, that's
huge, bro.
Our egos and just PTSD, the trauma we go through that we never address.
Very true.
And eventually you gotta take hold of it, and once you address it and open up, you start to realize, man, I need to make some changes.
Yeah, I do need help. I do need to
help.
change my behaviors and stuff. Yeah, okay.
Right. And it could be just a typical thing of, man, I'm waking up mad every morning. Why I gotta go to work? Just,
Hey, I done been through that my damn self for sure.
I said that every morning. I be playing. I'm gonna go. I'm coming.
Right, I'm gonna go. So that's my behavioral health, man. Is admitting sin, taking that next step, opening up, self-care. So
I feel that.
That's why we need a professional.
Right on. Yeah, because I know my views and takes probably aren't professional because they're really inward based.
Yeah.
I mean, my overall take on what mental health is. I mean, we black, so when you hear mental health, it's like, oh, motherfuckers crazy. You know what I mean? Like that.
Right away.
It's just like taboo.
Stigma.
Exactly. And it's a stigma to go with for sure. So, I mean, I've been aware of what mental health is even at a really early stage in life, just because I was a real angry nigga and I was a real hot-headed kid, so motherfuckers thought I was crazy anyway. Exactly. And so like even in our youngest state is issues like mental health and things like that become a talking topic because it's like, why can't we get you to do what we telling you to do? Why we can't get you to be good and act right? You know what I mean? It's like I was always just a real like aware and like I don't want to do nothing bad. I just kind of want to do what I want to do. So niggas is niggas, parents, people around we're bringing up mental health because it's what makes him tick. Why does he do things the way that he do? So that's always just been my like definition of like my mental health is just making sure my shit's straight, making sure I'm good up here and shit like that. And admittance is a big part of it. And then the biggest part for me personally, and I think a lot of people should take into this, is just being aware that like, a lot of people are just so in autopilot, you just wake up and you go, but it's like, take a quick second to like, the reason I'm not real sporadic and I'm not a hothead and like, I'm not, off my shit a little bit as much as I was right now, which is because I call it mental adjustment. It's just, mental exercises.
I like that term.
I call it mental adjustment. Like, one of my homies just fucked his hand up, and I was telling him like, take the time to, instead of punching something that's gonna hurt you, punch something that won't hurt. And then if you can take that quick second to slow down and find something to punch, take a little bit more time to, why am I punching something? Why am I this upset? I'm gonna do something to hurt myself, and then the person that pissed me off not gonna be hurt.
Yeah,
so fuck it, like small shit like that. It split second shit, just mental adjustments, and eventually you get better at it. It's times right now where I want to bust a motherfucking that shit, and I feel like, damn, I done got too mature. I can't even wild out like I want to. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, I know like, okay, well,
it's healthy.
It is. I ain't gonna hurt my hand. I ain't gonna hurt them. I ain't gonna get charged with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Disorderly conduct, assault, jail time, all kind of.
Exactly. And then like even us right here, bigger black niggas with beards, we just look like we did it. So it's like you gotta do shit to make sure you straight. You gotta do shit to make sure you straight, and it all just take a little bit of mental adjustment. And I think with that growth is when you become healthy mentally and shit like that.
Yeah. That's why I think it's holistic, right? Because it starts with the big thing now is was it called practicing gratitude or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that's a real thing though, because I got to get up and go to work today. It's bullshit. But then I'd be like, I'm grateful I do have a job to go to. I'm grateful that it's gainful employment. I'm grateful that I can pay my bills.
Yeah, bro.
And take care of, what I'm saying? I ain't got kids and the wife and them, but like I could take care of myself. And if I had a family, I'd be able to do that, all that. So like that is something to be proud of.
It is
to hold on to be like, this is why I don't wild out.
Yeah.
This is why I don't snap off.
Yeah.
This is why I got shit to lose. Really is what it comes down to. And I got shit to build. I don't want to be out here, knocking off my own bricks. I got to build them up.
I tell myself that all the time. Like a little bit of me personally, I need a little bit of stress so I don't get content. Like I need shit to do. But then me telling myself, like, bro, you got shit to do. That's what makes me get up and keep going and shit like that.
But then what happens when you ain't got shit to do?
Find something to do.
Feel aimless.
Find something to do.
Yeah, bro, there's a lot of brothers out there that can't find nothing to do, or they can, but they tell them that internal story is
It's a lot of niggas
victim
that
mindset
ain't
or
did
whatever.
nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I used to think traveling was just so far out of reach, and I had to save up all this money. And then I started traveling. I got thirsty, so now it's like I want to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got something to do. You know what I mean?
And that first time you traveled, it was.
I got thirsty. I
It
got
was this
thirsty.
big
as
thing,
hell.
right? Like, but it was a daunting task to accomplish.
Exactly.
Like, man, I gotta have like 2-3 G's in my pocket. I gotta have
Exactly.
the time off work. I gotta do all. I gotta go somewhere for a week if I'm gonna go. But then you be like, I can take a 2-day trip and enjoy myself.
And it's funny you gentlemen mentioned that because that's the same way I look at mental health.
Yeah.
Once you find some of the resources and realize some of the knowledge, you're like, oh man, I could have been doing this. Like,
Exactly.
I got this help I need.
You know,
A lot of things just seem out of reach until.
So out of reach. And I tell you, perfect example, man. I've been working my whole fucking life. We get it. We got to work.
Right.
And it never occurred to me that I could speak with a therapist or what some may say a shrink.
Oh yeah.
And vent and get some answers, and my insurance covered.
Right.
And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Oh dog, I'm thinking insurance. I'm thinking checkups, teeth.
Right. Yeah. If I hurt myself.
Right. And then so once I found that, it was almost like a rush. I'm like, oh okay.
I ain't gotta pay for this out of pocket.
Right. I can speak to this guy every time or anytime I'm having an issue, get through it. And man, I tell you, it's like the best decision I've made.
Yeah,
it helps.
I went to therapy too. I
did when I was younger. I did when I was younger because this little black kid being bad.
Yeah, that was more like that wasn't therapy though. That was probably like behavioral training.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's a difference, right? There's one, like you said, how come he won't do
what we telling him to do?
We tell him to do, right? So we're gonna program you to do what we want you to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it be.
Like me, I had to see, like you said, I had to admit to myself that I am carrying this shit that I ain't got to carry. I can put this bag down. But I was like, where do I start? Where's step one?
And that's the thing, like amongst us, especially in our community, our black society. Honestly, man, in Milwaukee, I don't think it's promoted enough.
It's not.
And perfect example, every time elections come around, I get it. The majority of the time, first thing politicians say, "Oh, we're going to put more cops on the street." That ain't a cure-all.
Man, cop got behind me on the way here. I'm like, dude, I'm damn near finna pull over and sit on somebody's porch.
Go past.
Go speaking to the mic a little bit.
And the thing is that same resource or monetary value, as I would say, like you're putting in to police, put that same energy into mental health.
Yeah,
the mental health ain't the quote unquote sexy thing, right?
Right.
See, that's
but it's becoming that though. It's becoming that in a bad way though. I think like toxic. When that word people start labeling other people toxic, and then it was just a hot thing to call people and shit. It's becoming.
Awareness is growing.
Awareness is growing. I just don't want it to become like a crutch or an excuse for people to not have their shit right.
Absolutely.
Oh well, my mental health just ain't get nigga didn't do something.
Do something about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Go see Gundy.
Like, exactly. There you go. I just want
what's the name of the hospital you work at? We just get like go there.
Go ahead, shameless plug for sure.
Right.
But I feel like it starts with. Not start. I'm not gonna say start. Just an alternative, because some people feel like they don't want to go see a professional, or ain't nothing even that wrong with me, shit like that.
Yeah, just the way I am.
You should still have a very solid like friend group, peer group, like at least one person that can just be level with you and shit.
Absolutely, and that's the thing.
Whether it be your friend or your mate or anything like that. Like with me,
agree.
My friend group, we were really big on accountability. Like, bro, you can't pull no weird shit with us. And like somebody's gonna bring it up. It's gonna be awkward.
Call you out
you gotta explain it. You have to explain it. Even if like me with like some of the music that I listen to, it's like they gave me a little bit of flack for it in the beginning of me being cool with him and shit. And then it's like, okay, this is him. Like he really fuck with this.
Yeah.
So
that's Mike.
At the very least, if you got a weird or not even weird, just something that you do that we don't do, you got to be able to explain it. Mm-hmm. And you got to be like, that has to be your thing for it. You got to be accountable and shit like that. Even if it's a phase, you should be able to later on say, oh, that was just a phase.
Well, a lot of people ain't got good friends.
They don't got that. And I think with the people that you love, with the people that you care about and things like that, like, bro, I give a fuck about you. I can't sit and watch you go off the deep end. Like, you should care enough about somebody that you calling your friend, your bro, your whatever, check on them. You ain't gotta have no fucking sit down and cross our legs and kumbaya, but like, bro, you straight?
Hey,
You good?
Right. Good? How you feeling today?
It don't take nothing to text that.
But that's what you were saying. Like, you know, y'all have group sessions, y'all have one-on-one sessions, y'all got all kind of resources.
Everything. And then even outside of that, and like, you know, before we started, we was touching on a barbershop.
Yeah,
you know, we did talk about
that's one of that's a black dude. That's one of his first safe havens.
Man, it's like they say, Black Man Country Club, man.
Exactly.
And you know, shout out to my man Tone. He'll contest to it that, you know, we have some deep conversations that's touching and moving and a lot of insight. Like by the time you leave out,
hopefully you've grown.
Hopefully you've grown.
Yeah.
You know?
You've grown, and then you might even be able to network in there, which is also beautiful. Like that. Me and this dude been coming to the same barbershop for years. We had this conversation. I found out he goes through some of the shit I go through. You might want to reach out to him. We're like, hey,
how'd you deal with that?
Exactly, shit like that.
What resources you take advantage of, that kind of thing.
It's just, as a black man, it's just such a hard. It's one, everything is like, you know, gay or weird or like it's that because of how we were programmed before, and then, you know, you're not really supposed to be able to talk about your feelings. You should be able to, but you it's just all of those different stigmas, and then like, I don't know, it's just something weird about being in your 30s trying to make a friend. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I see that.
It's just is something weird about it. It shouldn't be, because it's like we got this thing in common. We can both benefit from each other. Yeah. We can both help each other progress to the next level. But it's like
people almost,
you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Defensive a little bit. Like, why are you talking to me?
What do you want?
What do you want from me? Yeah, it's like that.
Right.
You know, what are you seeking? Like, what do you want from me? Type of thing. It's not even a genuine exchange of energy or ideas. We got a question up there.
Yeah, from JoJo. Going back to the traveling, she asked, do you think traveling helps with mental health due to being in a different city and different scenery? I agree. Yeah. I think it does.
I think to a certain degree.
I totally.
We talked about that a second ago. I said you are who you are no matter where you are. So if you ain't shit, you're going to be ain't shit in Milwaukee, or you're going to be ain't shit in Miami or Chicago or Dallas or wherever you go.
You are who you are, player.
Yeah, you are who you are no matter where you are. So unless
it can
some people they do change a little bit.
The experience can help you. The fucking day and a half to sit and breathe can help you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, bro, I think as a man, specifically as a black man in Milwaukee, it's just so easy to fall into routine. Like,
it really did.
We be on our own real early and shit like that, and you know, you got to move out the crib and things like that. So even the straight lace, like, do what you're supposed to type, which is like, that's how I am. You got to get a job, got to go to work, got to pay these bills, make sure the house straight. If I have some kids, make sure the kids straight. Mm-hmm. That can take up your whole fucking life. You don't even have time to think about whatever you want to do.
Look up and it'll be 20 years that went past.
And then situations like that where, like, I got a couple dollars, I got a free Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to take this flight or road trip to go to Detroit. Yeah, the time where you just sitting in a hotel is enough time for you to sit and evaluate your shit and breathe.
Or in the airport, or in the car while you drive.
That in itself, right. Bro. You know how many times I done sat in an airport, like during a layover or some shit, and talked to somebody from fucking Okeechobee, Florida, and it's like the common interest and then the differences in whatever we got going on is like, that's enough to, or it should be enough to make you like, to inspire you to strive towards something. Yeah. Oh, I want to go there. Even saying, "Oh, I want to go there," should like put that into play. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Put a plan together, make it happen.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you said, just even start out small. Even if it's another city, you know, you in Milwaukee, get out, go to Racine,
go to Brookfield,
go to Racine,
walk across somewhere.
You know, work your way up.
Yeah. Go to Racine first, then Chicago.
Because I don't know too many black men that just don't want shit. Like, you want something.
Yeah, that's true.
You want like nicer shit, whether it be because you're looking at other people have nicer shit, or like me personally, I like nice shit. I like doing nice shit. You know what I mean?
You like experiences. I know
I'm an experienced guy, yeah, for sure. Like, I ain't never probably got a whole bunch of money to hold up and show you, but I can tell you where I've been. I've been a lot of places, because that's my shit. So, like you said, even going to fucking Brookfield, going to Racine, it's like before you did it, you wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. I don't know too many people that just don't want to do anything. So a part of your mental health should be like, gaining these experiences, going to these different places, like
it's therapeutic. The more you accomplish it, and that's all it is.
That's true. I started because I remember I've lived outside of Milwaukee. I keep moving back because this is home, right?
Yeah, for sure. Same. I don't live outside Milwaukee
because my mom moved in February. So if I move this time, I'm probably gonna never come back. But like that's why I keep coming back. My mama here, my nieces, nephews here. Yeah. I'm a family oriented dude, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'll go and be like, this is great, this is fun. And like a month, 2 months, 3 months in, I'll be like, man, I miss my family, man.
Like, see, I'm a real like I hold my friend group really close to me and shit. So it's the same way with me. Like when I left out of town. And I would see them doing something like that. Y'all niggas don't never take pictures. I leave out of town. Now y'all taking pictures. Look, you're having the time of y'all life. I'm out of town bored and shit like that. But like, that's why like I mentioned my friend group so much. Like I've been cool with these niggas since I was 15. I just turned 30. You know what I mean? So
life, literally.
Exactly, literally half my life.
So
I really been around these. I really been around these dudes for a long time. So I got a couple friends that haven't experienced as much as me, and I try to bring them along and do shit with them because I know that it's good for your mental health. Like it's extremely easy to get into a rut in this city.
Anywhere, I'm gonna tell you,
for sure anywhere. Yeah,
bro, I've lived in Phoenix, St. Louis, Fort Worth / Dallas, Honolulu, Atlanta. Like, I went with this whole like, man, when I get here, I'm gonna do this. This gonna be cracking. And then I worked and went home and kicked it with friends and met girls and stuff, and it was like, damn, I'm doing the same shit I was doing in Milwaukee. I mean, the weather's better here, or the opportunities might be different. Because JoJo got a question. She said, do you think moving to a different state helps with mental health? It can, but the only reason I think it does is because it can change your opportunities. Because like there's job industries that just don't exist here.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
And then you can find the work you was looking for to start building yourself up to be in a better position.
It depends on the mindset, and I know that firsthand because I lived in Minnesota.
Okay.
Close enough to come back all the time, but I went there like shit just wasn't clicking here for me. Like shit just wasn't clicking. Like I was having a little bit of difficulty finding a sustainable job, like bullshit jobs, but not no good one. And like all my immediate family lives there too.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So I'm like, they like, bro, you out there struggling, just come here.
Yeah, we can help you out. We got
exactly cool, and I'm. Because like most black men, it's already hard for me to ask for help. It's just how my shit wired up.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. So touch on that,
yeah, for sure.
Like you said, the ego thing, boy.
Yeah, bro.
That ego tripping. Here's a good scenario or a question we're having. What about those brothers that never left out the city?
Yeah.
That's a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. So sometimes when it comes to moving, maybe a country scenery outside of the city, some slow paced shit
could help, or
could definitely help.
It could make it worse.
It
could make it worse.
I think it's the mindset. Because to what I was saying, I'm leaving thinking I'm gonna leave and all my problems gonna be solved. Same problems. Maybe they don't come up as much because you're making a little bit more money wherever the pay wage is higher, but then the cost of living is probably higher. So then that arises more different problems and shit. But it's the mindset that goes with moving. Like, you can't think I'm gonna move and it's gonna solve all my problems. You gotta, and that's what I think I was like 22 when I moved out of town the first time.
Oh, yeah, that's young.
Yeah, and it was just
deep.
like
that's
that's what I was thinking. So like I've come to terms with that. Like I'm probably gonna live in Milwaukee my whole life. I'll probably go places for like extended stays and shit like that. Like, oh, I want to live here for 6 months, but I'm gonna probably keep coming back and shit like that. But it can help because it give you a break. I think change of scenery, like
that's why people take vacations.
Exactly, bro. You know how good it feel to walk outside and see a fucking palm tree?
Yep.
I just went to Miami for the first time like in March, bro. I was fucking amazed, bro. It's a fucking palm tree right outside this room. It's crazy to me. The airfield cleaners.
Like just because, like,
but it just change of scenery. It helps out, even if you like sad. To me, feeling how you feel is not a bad thing.
Absolutely.
No emotion is a bad emotion. However you react and play on it, that might be bad. But like, if you're in a sad state of mind, and go to a fucking gloomy state and just kind of like get it all the way out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go to Portland. It'd be raining.
Exactly.
75 days out of 80 and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go to Seattle.
Yeah, like I don't. But it's just know the reason that you're moving and the mindset on what you're when you move. I think that's what can benefit the mental health or not.
Absolutely.
I think you brought up a good point. Like, what if you can't get out, right? What if your economic situation doesn't allow you to move around like that? What if you just here, I work in finance, right? That's my profession, and
Okay.
I know the job market's here. Most of what's going on here is like call center, customer service, retail.
Yeah,
that's like most of the industry, unless you start your own thing. So entrepreneurs, I'm not talking about y'all, but for the most part, there's not a lot of industry. Like, ain't no tech industry here, really. I mean, there's probably some jobs, but
it's a small market city for the most part.
Exactly right. So if you live somewhere like that, how do you translate that into success? And I think a lot of it is, regardless of what you're doing, you have to find a value in what you do.
Yeah,
I think that's a big thing. You ever run into that? Like,
absolutely,
okay,
absolutely. And one thing about the mental health field, and I've noticed this with various hospitals I've been involved with, you're having people coming in with crisis. I'd rather say crisis than issues.
Yeah.
Whereas, this individual could have a PhD or a master's, or, it just, hey, I'm having a rough time with my jobs and I don't know where to turn, what else to do. I don't want to kill anybody, but I need to figure some things out. Can you help me?
Right.
Or
can you help somebody in that kind of like? I mean, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And like just to go in a little bit of detail is, you come in, you speak with a social worker, start to come up with a plan. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your red flags? Is there something in your past that triggers you, or is it something that you're holding in? You don't know how to get up. You don't know how to get it out or communicate that. Yeah,
I was gonna like it was gonna be a me session. Yeah, man. Well,
how do I? See, like for me, like I went to therapy in 2016, and I ain't tell nobody because the stigma thing, right?
Right.
And all that. I was like, I'm gonna do this shit, and I ain't gonna let nobody know, right? Because I was like,
because
the first thing they say is, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If I told my mama like, "Mom, I'm going to therapy today," she's like, "What's going on? You okay?" What? It's like a immediate. I'm like, "No, I'm just
like, bro, I'm not finna jump off a bridge.
I'm not finna sit and suck on the tailpipe. I'm not finna cut my wrist. I'm not finna kill nobody else. None of that. I just
sometimes you just want to talk to somebody, not talk to somebody that's not gonna talk back, but talk to somebody with no bias or nothing like that.
That don't really care about you that much. Like, because you can't. I know what would happen if I went to my best friend and was like, "Bro, I'm dealing with this." He immediately gonna play defense. He gonna be like, "Bro, what we need to do? How we fix the problem?" And it's like, that's cool, but it's a different type of conversation with somebody who's got some credentials and know what the hell.
Because I'm like that with one of my homies specifically. He kind of be going through shit, and I know my response is never good because I try to give him positive advice, but on the inside I be like upset because like it's two responses to that shit. It's usually like, bro, this shit not that bad because you got niggas like me in your corner and we can figure this shit out. And two, like, I be upset because like, bro, you letting this shit win.
It's like that'd be the one. It's like,
which I know that ain't really as positive as it needs to be, but I try to give like the not so emotionally driven answers and shit, but because
you got the logical answer.
I try to give the logical answer,
see
but
that.
on the inside, I be feeling like, bro, you letting this shit win. Because to me, bro, fucking life is a battle. Life is a game and shit. Not saying you don't give a fuck about life, but your shit together, you got a whole bunch of money, you winning in life.
Yeah.
And your shit fucked up, damn, boy, you going out bad, you losing. So, and essentially life is a game, you know what I mean? And I want my niggas to win. So that's how I be feeling like, nah, bro, you letting this shit win, you letting this shit beat you. And I try to preach that to my homies because, bro, it all start up here. Like, for me, is what I'm going through right now and what I'm trying to fix. I probably might need to talk to somebody about it. What I'm trying to fix right now is I become detached from shit, but not detached because I don't give a fuck. Just detached because I've been like picking and choosing what I deem important enough to like let me flip my shit.
I've been doing it my whole life.
You know what I mean? Because because of that, I'm not slapping people in their fucking head no more. You know?
Right.
So
It ain't a bad thing. Yeah.
bro, that shit is small. That shit is like
Yeah.
beneath me. It's not important enough to get upset. I even do. I tell like my mates and shit like that too, like ladies that I'm dealing with, where it's like this shit could turn into an argument, or it's like what's wrong? Because I'm a
Don't poke the bear.
exactly like when I'm upset or whatever, whether you made me upset or whether some outside shit made me upset. When I'm dealing with a woman, it's like. A lot of the time, I'm like, oh no, don't even worry about it. Like, this shit not even important enough to talk about. Because it's like, I just got a toilet over in my head for maybe like 5-10 minutes. Or I might complain verbally, whether I'm complaining to you or I'm like in a side room talking shit out loud. That probably look crazy. But it's like, it's not important enough to have no deep discussion about it. I just got to get this shit out in the next like 5 minutes and then I'll be over it.
Yeah.
So I tell them, like, it's not important enough to talk about. Like, we don't got to worry about this.
One time, she was talking about some shit. I said, I don't care. She's like, what? Why are you so? She said, you so distant. So I said, I'm not. You making this featherweight a ton.
Yeah, like it ain't that I don't care about you. This situation is minuscule as fuck.
It
like,
don't. You making the featherweight a ton.
We don't even got to think about this no more.
Yeah, I said that. She looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, I gotta write that down. I was like, because I just said it, but like that shit was serious. I was like, this
stuff don't be mattering, bro. And sometimes it do matter, but. Like,
but then you got to look at it like this, right? Just because it don't matter to you, don't mean it don't matter to them, right? So you got to put your no, that's true, or whatever, foot in their shoe, whatever. So that's why I think it's important for people to have access to a professional, because their job and skill set and all that is like, because when I went to therapy, right, I asked, I said, why they call y'all strings? They said because we make big problems appropriately sized. Is what she told me. Like,
yeah, that's what needs to be done.
I like that.
That's what needs to be done. Like, bro, don't let this shit be no roadblock. Don't let this shit blow up. Like, it don't matter to me. If it does matter to you, it should matter. Yeah. But don't let it win, though. Don't let it win. Like, bro, we can get past it.
Truly defeat you.
Adjust
I'm a smart nigga, bro. I'm a real smart nigga. I feel like I can almost think past any situation.
Like that too.
You know what I mean? Like, and with people that I come in contact with that I give a fuck about, like, bro, don't let that shit win, bro.
Yeah.
But
like, you gotta.
That's why you
gotta constantly tell yourself, like, I'm gonna be all right. That's what I've been doing, bro. I'm quick to stress. You know what I mean? That's just me as a person. Like, I'm really quick to stress, like, cause I don't really like change. I don't like abrupt fuck ups and shit in my whatever I got going on, my pattern in life and shit. So it'd be like, bro, losing shit fuck me up so bad. If I like misplace my wallet, bro, it's the end of the world. I'm probably gonna be like depressed for 20 minutes and shit. Like,
I just think of the inconvenience.
The inconvenience is huge for me.
It's funny you said that, because I'm gonna tell you, I could barely get it out, because a part of me, maybe it's just me, I feel like us as black men, when we make mistakes, they're more magnified.
Yeah.
So that really gets us.
Deal with some shit now, like not having your ID.
Whew.
like okay,
just might lose your life over there.
That could be a real life threatening type of situation. Like, let you be on your way to the DMV to go get one. Then you can fuck around and get pulled over. Bro, something. You're like, I ain't got my
end of the world, bro.
That
or that same black pen or marker that me and you may drop.
Yeah.
Time drop it. It's just a pen, but it's he has a gun.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, let me get my phone out.
You sitting there thinking like, damn, I ain't got no ID, bro. I might be missing for some months if this cop get around me the right way.
So it'd be because I left my wallet in another pair of pants, and I just thought I lost that shit.
Bro,
and I was like, fuck, I gotta go to the DMV. I gotta sit there. All this now, because canceling the cars is easy. You can do that in that. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. I turn all of them off. Go get some reprints or whatever, remail outs and shit. But I was like, fuck, man, I gotta get identification. I gotta go find my birth certificate now. Take it to the DMV. Like, I was just thinking, like,
all that. I just had to go through a lot of that shit. Because I just lost a wallet some months back, so I just had to go through all that shit, bro.
But the sense of relief I had when I picked up them other pants. And then it was a little heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know it's there. Yeah.
Crisis averted. Right? Like, I was like, all right, cool. So
it's all just telling yourself you're gonna be all right, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. But what happens when you don't believe that story?
Keep telling yourself till you do.
that's easier said than done. That's easy for you, right? So if another person,
No, that ain't. It got easy for me. That shit was
I'm just saying,
hard
but
as hell for me.
It's hard.
but for somebody, it may not ever get easy.
That's true. That's very
Then
true.
they gotta go see a man.
Yeah,
They gotta go to the
yeah,
hospital
yeah.
because like once you, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be. And then that
I guess
shit
I'm
get
more
quieter.
speaking for the people that live in the stigma of like you don't want to go see nobody or
Go see.
I
somebody.
think that's a great option. That's because, like I said, I've talked to a therapist before and shit like that. I think that's a great option. Of course, go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've learned all kind of like little tactics and shit like that from therapists and shit. But for the ones that are just completely against it, just 100% against it, like it start with you. You know,
Everything does.
If you don't got
Definitely.
a group of friends that you feel like you can trust that ain't gonna talk crazy about you or whatever like that, like
that'd be another thing.
Right. You might have a church.
Yeah.
The church might be the local bum in the middle of the street. You know,
Anybody.
just
What they
anybody.
say, God sent them in all shapes, sizes,
Sounds funny,
forms,
yeah.
right? So like,
very true, bro. It's not a bad thing to talk to yourself, whether or not you want to say it out loud or not. It's not a bad thing to talk to
I
yourself,
definitely have internal dialogues,
bro, all the time, bro. Because bro, I care so much about me, bro. Because I was that kid that just, bro, I used to just wake up mad as fuck at everything for no fucking reason. Never knew why, bro. But like, you gotta talk to yourself to make sure your shit's straight, bro. Like, and me, which is a lot of black dudes go through it. You just got constant pressure to do what you're supposed to do. It's constant, bro. It's constant. Like,
and we gotta do it like 10 times better than anybody.
Yeah, bro. I was
Just
never
to
the
be
kid.
on par.
I was never the kid that was amused by like stealing cars, like we was talking about, or like gang banging, or like I don't want to be on a corner with 16 other niggas selling the same weed. Or I don't want to do none of that. Like I was never amused by that. But I still get in trouble all the time for not doing what this family wanted me to do and shit like that. It's like, bro,
I think any human,
exactly,
we social creatures and shit,
exactly.
Right? So any person is gonna have some type of either social construct or familial architecture that they feel like they got to fit into.
Yeah.
So like, like if you're the oldest child, there's something that comes with that shit. Like you're supposed to be the responsible one. You're supposed to be, smarter and know how to do this and do that and shit. Sometimes the middle child be better at watching the kids. If you're the youngest, you're supposed to be like, because my older brother was
supposed to be extremely obedient. I'm the youngest.
Yeah,
you just got to be obedient.
My older brother
do what you told because you younger than us. Yeah, I'm smarter than these.
You, I got away with everything.
Yeah,
tell you that he be like, this nigga got away with everything. But it was like I got my ass whooped too. His perception is he couldn't move an inch. They gave me a foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he
felt the pressure of just having to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Like that shit was crazy. One day I fucked around. I broke something. I don't know what it was, but my mama whooped him.
He got in trouble for letting you break it. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so his whole life has got that. He still. I'm 35. He's 42. Finna be 43.
Yeah.
He still talk to me like I'm 5. I'll be like, bro, feel grown. Like I'm super grown, bro. Like I'm grown as fuck. Nigga, like what is you talking about? Like he be like, you should be doing that. Get your shit together. I'll be like, nigga, my shit is together. What are you talking about? But he just got this. It's who he is, right? Yeah. So a lot of that shit is trained into you and programmed by who you're around. What's going on? A lot of it's societal. So because she asked the question about why do black men, is it just ego? A lot of it is because you have this self-image of your self-image is usually you build it, but all the material you use to build it is supplied from outside people, your mama, your daddy, your church, your social circle, the school, the movies you watch, the TV shows, the music you listen to, all that shit goes in. That's your building material to build up your self-image. And then to say,
feeling like you need help,
I got a gap,
like
I got fucked up parts and shit.
Feel like you weak.
Make
you feel like you weak. Maybe it's not supposed to, but
feel vulnerable. Yeah.
I've always been an emotional person. I feel like I've always been in touch with my emotions because I know what makes me tick. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know you but you. Right?
Exactly, bro. I don't like being fucked with. A lot of the time when I was on some angry shit, it was probably provoked because I don't like being fucked with. You know what I mean? But I've known that about myself, and so like sometimes it's ego or whatever, but it's just me being an emotional person. The stigma on that is like you weak or you not in control of your shit or whatever like that. But it's like because of that, You don't want to ask for help.
Right.
You don't. And I've been let down a lot. So nigga don't want to ask for help because you just so used to that. No.
Yeah, that's traumatic. Man.
I can't do nothing for you. I can't help you out. I don't got the answers.
Or the even worse one is, I got you, and then they don't got you
and disappear.
You don't put that. You know what I'm saying? Like if
So
if
now,
I come to you and you like, I got you, man. I'm gonna be there for you. And then I call, and you like, I can't be there for you. Now I'm like,
the way that hurt for a little black boy, bro. Like, I don't know me. It's like getting the door slammed in your face. Some people are courageous enough to go at it again. Me, I'm never
fuck that whole hallway door. All that.
I'm not doing that ever again.
Yeah.
I don't never want the hurt or the disappointment that I felt that stemmed from that letdown. Like, and so I know a lot of dudes are like that, where it's like
women do that too, though. That's why they do it. I just do it myself.
Exactly. You don't want to feel weak. You don't want to. Don't nobody want to be the crazy cousin. You never want to be crazy cousin, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because everybody got
real.
one.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
everybody don't say that shit to Mike. Mike be
right.
You never want to be him, bro. You never want to be him, so you never ask for help.
Yeah.
Being labeled is, people get the whole, because it's also your ego telling you that you don't care what people think about you and shit like that.
Yeah, but
I care less, but I care.
Everybody
because I don't want to be the crazy cousin.
Right.
Everybody care because don't nobody want to be dude be stinking.
You know what I mean?
Dude
just
be
like,
lying on you don't know
exactly. So just like you don't want to be the crazy cousin. You don't want to be the nigga that's something wrong with him. So you're not gonna ask for help, but then you don't want to need help because you want to feel like you are in control of your shit.
Fuck with your self-image.
You know what I'm saying? Or you do what you did, which is like, I know I need help, but I'm not gonna tell nobody. Just waking up angry every day, waking up sad. Like, I don't know why the fuck I'm sad.
Yeah. Why I feel heavy today. Why I feel.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you one of my things where I didn't like asking for help because I didn't want nobody holding that over my head.
That too. That's some black man shit.
Some black man shit. And that's why you kind of like, no, I know what come along with that. I'm straight. I figure it out.
That's why you figure out who you can. Like everybody doesn't ask for help like at least once from somebody. Then they're like, oh yeah, fuck that. Because he gonna hold it over my head, or she gonna bring it up every time she get mad. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's the whole thing.
I feel like
that is
what's healthy for me. I hope that this is healthy for other people. But what's healthy for me is you go through that letdown, you develop the I'll figure it out, because that's just good. You do need to just strive and just you should try to put effort towards figuring some shit out. But what's healthy is knowing that you got the option. And I don't think a lot of black men know that they have the option to ask for help, to reach out, to find solace elsewhere.
That's true. It's like what you said, right? Like you had to find out your insurance coverage because a lot of immediately like, man, I ain't got no money for that shit.
A lot of niggas opt out of insurance. I don't want them to take my extra money out my check.
Exactly. Yeah. And then another thing I realized that they can't turn you away. Like wherever you go in a health or hospital function, you asking for help, they have to direct you into some type of resource. Yeah. And
I didn't figure it out.
That's good to know.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
I think I'm gonna change some of my suggestions for my friends. Like, hey, you feel like I ain't help you?
I might be ill to
somebody.
Yeah.
Take care of this. Why don't you go see such and such?
Yeah. Sometimes
what's the address to where you are?
The address is 1706 South 68th Street. It's located on 68th and Mitchell in West Dallas. The name of the facility is Granite Hills Hospital. We are a 24/7, 365 clinic.
Okay.
So even doesn't necessarily mean you would have to get check-in per se, but we have available social workers, therapists, anybody, if you just want to just come talk or to see what's going on.
It ain't nothing wrong with having a conversation. It don't got to be an all the time thing. If you feel like, you know what I mean, but there's nothing wrong with having that conversation.
So y'all help with, I'm just asking out. So like anxiety, depression,
absolutely
everything. Okay,
PTSD,
cool.
All of it.
Postpartum. Is that thing can men get postpartum? I thought that is something like babies or something. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I mean,
just knowing what postpartum is, I can totally understand why a dude would go through it. Maybe it's not called postpartum, but I can understand why a dude would go through that. You probably feel like, we done had this kid and now my significant other's attention is all directed to the kid,
disgusting.
and now
I'm
this
pretty
girl don't
sure.
love me the same no more,
or
maybe this girl ain't want to have a
Yeah.
baby, and now she feel like I fucked her body up. It's all kind of stuff that go
I'm
along
gonna
with
tell you
that.
something, bro. I heard and it terrified me, and I was like, I don't see a lot.
Don't
of
let it
shit
scare you, bro.
that
Have
do
some
that.
kids, bro. Keep going.
No, not that, but like this. One of my friends said this. He had a child. And he said this to me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Right? Like, I couldn't process this. He said, "You know how you know people tell you when you have your baby, you gonna fall in love with it and all that." He said, "Bro, I didn't feel shit," and I was like, "Whoa." He probably need to go see somebody because that blew my mind. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Wow.
I just felt
that's
the
deep.
stress first, like
Man.
not when my son was born, but soon as she told me she was pregnant, bro, just immediately I felt the stress of that.
yeah, because you somebody daddy, nigga. Like,
Yeah, that's
this
what I'm
shit
saying.
real,
I
yeah,
got
like,
I got even more shit to do now. I got
yeah.
immediately financially, like that's what scared me, because, bro, I don't know, bro. As soon as she told me she was having a kid, I just immediately felt like, bro, I'm never gonna have enough money.
Oh.
And I was told no a lot as a kid.
what's
Like
sad, ain't
that's,
that
I think
crazy?
that's why a lot of our kids are spoiled now, because we was
Oh,
told
yeah.
no as a kid. So you got to
He's
try
like, I
to.
ain't gonna never tell my baby no.
Bro, I'm
He
extremely-
raised a fucked up person doing that. Too.
I hate having to yell at my kids, bro.
Yeah.
I hate having to yell at them, but like, it's as soon as like just the stress, and I think stuff like that plays a part on like mental health and shit too with men, with black men, because
Yeah.
I'm under
you was probably
tremendous weight,
okay.
though. Like,
You know what I mean? You was probably okay. You just getting by enough, because that's how I felt like I was. I wasn't balling, but I was all right.
it was
my,
good. Yeah.
my shit was paid on time.
That's
not
key.
Not
So
this, you know what I'm saying? Now this baby here, damn, now I gotta buy this and buy that and buy this and buy that.
Sacrifice this,
Sacrifice.
sacrifice that.
Exactly.
I can't go kick it with the boys every time. Now I gotta,
Exactly. And that's
You know
how
what I'm
that's
saying?
how I felt. It
can't
wasn't
go on
like
all the trips.
it wasn't even selfish. Like, I'm mad that I gotta get this up. It's just like I gotta get this up because I'm responsible for so much more now. I'm responsible for a whole fucking life now.
And to be there, like I feel like I'm looking at the
And that can
the
drive-
man that ain't got kids, right? He's talking about fatherhood. Like, I feel
You got
like
a post on it, so that's even healthy in itself.
because I feel like for me and my father, right? The one thing I wanted was for him to just be there a lot of the time.
Oh,
And I feel like my disappointment used to come. Like, I'm on the way. I'm coming get you. And the nigga didn't show up.
Bro, that's fucking heartbreaking, bro.
Right?
That's-
Like,
that's big in our black man
It is,
society.
dog,
It's
like-
and it's so fucked
that's why I
up
went to
because
therapy
it's a
about it.
norm to us.
yeah.
You know,
Right.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
Bro,
I
that's
went to
fucking,
therapy about that shit. Like, it was one of the first things
Yeah.
I talked about in therapy. She said, she asked me, she said, what brought you into there? And I was like, I feel there's a void and I don't know how to fill it.
Yeah.
And then she's like, let me guess, your family told you to pray more. You know, if you got a woman in your life, she felt like she was supposed to feel it. I was like, bingo, right? Like you was dead on, because that's
Dead
usually
on.
what happens, right? Is,
Mhm.
you know, like if you tell your woman like, maybe I feel empty, she gonna immediately start pouring. If she love you and care about you and shit, like she gonna immediately start trying to pour into you. But it's like you can't.
Yeah,
Do
it's
it.
certain
It's-
stuff that
It's me. It's not. You're not doing nothing wrong. You're more than enough. It's not nothing about you. It's just I feel a hole, and it's getting bigger and bigger, right? And then people say, oh, go to church, pray. You know, all this. And you're like, all right, that ain't really working. I've been doing that
Yeah.
for 20 years, 30 years now.
right, exactly.
I've been doing that every Sunday for ever, right? And then I realized what it was. And I was talking to one of my friends, and he got a son. And he said, man, I be feeling bad, bro. I work so fucking much. I can't even be there for my son. And I was like,
Yeah,
that's where
bro.
it came from.
And that's
And I was
man,
like, damn. And I was,
That's
and then I recognized in my head, like, that's where this shit is coming from. Because I felt like no matter how hard I work, no matter what I do, I can't be everywhere I'm needed.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then that translated into, why do I feel so bad about that? And I was like, because when I was a little boy, he wasn't where he was supposed, where he said he's gonna be. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, and you don't tie that together. You know, as you grow up in life, you blame yourself on the shit. And then,
Right.
Mhm.
not blame. I guess that's the wrong word, because I don't blame my pops. It's something I'm aware of now.
Mhm.
And without therapy, I'd have never figured that shit out for real. You know what I'm saying? So like even small stuff, like stuff that you think don't affect you, that happened to you 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. Be
It
there, bro.
affects.
It'd be there. It'd be the foundation of whatever you're feeling. It'd be the shit at the bottom of it. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
But to what you were saying, that's another. I don't know. Now that I'm talking with, I feel like I got a whole bunch of personality traits and shit. But that is another like thing that I know a lot of black men go through, where you do blame yourself for stuff like
you blame yourself for everything.
because I was told when I was younger, like, oh, you don't take enough accountability. Oh, because I was one of those, not so to speak, blame other people for shit, but like if I'm late, it's because well the bus ain't do this, or well, you should have woke up early, stupid shit like that. So those type of responses naturally make you start to. I look inward for a lot of shit now, so I tend to blame myself for like I could have did this better, or I could have tried harder, or I could have made these provisions to get this done faster, or whatever the case may be. So but that, bro, the shit'll make you implode as a man because you holding all of that in and you constantly blaming yourself for just small shit that didn't go right. That shit'll add up.
We do a lot.
And you be like, man, why I got high blood pressure? Why I got,
you know what I'm saying?
Why I'm getting headaches and shit. That shit manifests physically too.
Yeah, bro.
And that's deep. That's deep because we get to stressing what we eat a little junk food. Yeah. So then technically,
liquor,
right?
Smoke a little
you
weed,
think about it, what we put in our body,
self-medicate.
Also, it deals with our mental health.
I think we just need, as black men, we just need better options to use as an outlet. Even if it's as small as going to go, you know what I'm saying, shoot some hoops and talk a little shit with one of your friends while y'all, you know what I mean? Like, people got to be aware of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been aware of what's there.
I tell you something, man.
Right now, I didn't know that fucking therapy and shit was covered by your insurance. I didn't know that till right now.
Yeah, make that call. Look into it. You'll be surprised. And I'll tell you another thing, man. I started doing recently is thinking outside the box. Yeah. And what I mean by that is
that's healthy too.
Yeah, everything I ever tried that I felt didn't work, or I was like, try something else. And I'm watching Ike Turner movie one day, and they get to talking about the meditation.
Namyoho Renge
Kyo. So like, I ain't got nothing to lose. So I started doing my research, asking questions. What's this Shakur I keep hearing about? You mean the chakra, bro? Like, how this works. Yeah.
That's another bottom line statement.
Yeah.
Do research and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Don't be afraid.
It's not bad to ask for help.
Yeah.
Asking questions. That's how you learn, by asking questions. That's how I learned.
And that's it. And that's all I did. And I started to apply some of these things and learn and, meditating, a little bit of sage, just relaxful stuff. And I found my niche. Like, okay, this is cool, calm to myself. I could take a deep breath and learning how to breathe.
Slow down a little bit.
I did not know.
That's
dope, man. Just
it's the root cause of a lot of shit. You don't got the time to slow down, bro.
Breathe.
You don't got a bunch of time to slow down. But you gotta find it though.
You gotta make it happen because we definitely be on go mode. We be on go day one.
Yeah,
as soon as we come out of our mamas.
Yeah, bro. Right. Yeah, bro.
I'm in the world, and the world be getting ready for you the whole time.
Got some stripes against me already. You know what I mean? You just find the time to, cause, bro, you give a fuck about yourself.
Hopefully,
you do.
People care. People care, bro.
But like you said, it's that pressure, that stigma of a black man, and black men, we can't get tired.
Exactly.
Black men, we can't cry.
You
You can't
talk about your emotions.
You can't talk about your emotions.
I was talking to TT yesterday, and I was like, sometimes I feel like I'm dead inside low key because I don't respond emotionally to anything, and that's not. I've been this way
for a long time,
forever. So I don't think nothing wrong with me. This is just how I am, right? Like, but there's something wrong with me, and I had to find out that it's that's how I learn how to compartmentalize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can have my emotion, but I don't have to be emotional.
Right.
If that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like I can feel angry,
real.
but I don't have to be angry at Mike because Mike didn't make me angry.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got to be angry with the world because the world didn't make me. I'm angry about specifically what happened.
Yeah.
Or sad or frustrated or feeling defeated or whatever. I don't know, whatever. It's 1,000 feelings, right? So whatever them is,
none of them are bad feelings.
And I don't gotta I ain't gotta bleed on nobody that didn't cut me.
Facts.
So but people do, dog. Everybody getting blood on them today because I'm mad.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
What helped me with that? Dealing with chicks is what helped me with that. Like, Because one of my things is like, bro, don't give me no attitude that I didn't contribute to.
Oh, can I say something real quick? I just want to say to the audience, your girl is not your therapist.
Facts. That's true.
Cut that shit out.
That's true.
Brothers, listen.
Don't come in weighing on her.
Huh?
You know what I mean?
Because she not. And he ain't yours either. Right?
We can talk.
Because
We can talk. We can
work
discuss
stuff
feelings and
out.
all of that.
But
we can sympathize with each other and all of that. But don't. It can be a form of it, but that's not your therapist, though.
So, like, half the time, I'm gonna be honey, right? So this might be. I might.
What if your woman leading to your stress?
Thank you for saying it, because I ain't want to say.
I know. I ain't got nothing to lose. Don't hit me.
Right here, like I ain't want to say.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Sometimes it be her. She be the reason you stressed and angry and upset and messed up. And then a lot of people ain't equipped to carry that shit. They can't carry yours and mine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm gonna carry yours and mine. I'm carrying mine. I gotta carry yours too, and then turn around and give it right back to you. Like, that's not a healthy cycle. I don't think.
Cause how it feel? Oh, what's wrong, baby? You're what's wrong.
You're the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's
damn. Now we hate each other.
You know what I'm saying? Now we broke
but I was
up,
being
bro.
honest. You what's wrong? You pissing me the fuck off today. Motherfuckers don't want to hear
Vice
that.
versa, right? Like if your dude make you
no,
mad,
you my therapist. I'm supposed to be talking to you about this. You pissing me off. So what we finna do?
But
we can avoid that
we
conversation.
We talking to Drea off camera, y'all. See, that's who we talking to. But like, it be like that though. Like something, people are only capable of what they're capable of, right? So like,
right.
Absolutely.
If he or she may not be built to carry your shit or deal with your shit or understand it at all. Like if I'm a happy-go-lucky motherfucker, I don't understand what it's like to be depressed. So you come to me talking about, baby, I feel depressed. I'm like, smile more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what the fuck? Like I don't.
Yep.
Because when I'm feeling blue, I smile and I feel great. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know it's a thing. I know it's a thing, and I've dealt with chicks that kind of. I'm trying not to be insensitive. I've dealt with chicks that have told me that they were dealing with depression and shit. Honestly, sometimes it just be like, it's not small to them. It just be small to me. Yeah. To me, a lot of the shit
featherweight
be a quick fix.
For them. That's what
you know what I'm saying? To me, a lot of this should be a quick fix, but I can't be your therapist at this time because how immense this is for you, it's not that big for me. And to me, it's like, bro, just do this and do that and do this and do that, and then come talk to me about it, and we'll be straight. But to them, it's like, no, I need
listen to me. You didn't, go ahead.
And you know what? And it's funny, man, because y'all brothers deep right now. Right now, I'm just like, dog, this is so on point because. And once again, to be honest, a lot of our relationships in the Black community, us as men, we don't handle our own baggage, our own anxiety, our own depression, our own risk behaviors, because we have to take that time out to find ourselves and fix ourselves as a man first. Then hop in that relationship to be supportive, because like you said, it's coming. That what you eat ain't gonna make me. Shit,
that's true.
So me hopping in this relationship, hey, man, fuck wrong with you, man? I go about my business
because I don't know how to properly deal with my shit. So exactly. I feel like my non-healthy way of dealing with this, we should both adapt that. But now we both fucked up. You know what I mean?
And neither one of us is trained or experienced.
Don't got all the expertise. No one has all the expertise.
Like my ex. We get along more than we ever did when we were together.
Right, yeah.
Just because
like that too.
Yeah, when we were together, I will not address my baggage, my trauma.
Your shit don't stink.
My shit don't stink. And it's like, when I'm finding out, okay, I get it now. Oh.
Either that or you got dudes like me where, because I get a sense of fulfillment, just making sure like whoever I'm fucking with is happy and shit. So I was addressing their trauma and helping them work through their shit and putting my best foot forward on making sure that they were happy. And a lot of men do that because you're supposed to be a good man to your girl. I decided to be with this girl, so I got to be a good man. Yeah. So you just putting your best foot forward, making sure that they straight.
Was it stressful
and
for
in
you?
that I would become unhappy. It's like, bro, I give so much of a fuck about you, but you don't care about nothing that I got going on because the shit I got going on is small.
That's a fool's errand.
Exactly.
Nobody can make somebody else happy.
Exactly.
Only you can make you happy, right? Like
right. And that's something that you got to learn. That's something that you got to learn.
When that Will Smith said that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. About that shit. I remember I seen the video, but like,
yeah, he was saying like she being the mate, she's responsible for her happiness. I'm responsible for mine, and
then
we can
could
like
be
share
happy
our
together
happiness
yeah.
and shit.
So,
I like that shit.
let me ask y'all this: with that Will Smith situation, what's your thoughts on that? What to me that was traumatic. That was some
For who though?
post.
Everybody.
That was a cry for help.
Everybody, especially Will.
He was
Will
trying
had
to get
something
away
bottled
from
up
her.
that he couldn't know how to
You know
address.
what was bottled up?
What?
Her. Nigga.
Her.
He need to bottle her.
She was his therapist, and she was like, "Attack me."
And she didn't want to talk unless the cameras was on at this fucking table.
Hey,
That's the problem, bro.
Yeah.
The red table, nigga. No,
I don't know. I have no input. I don't know what it's like to be married. I don't know what the fuck they got
yeah,
going on.
yeah, that too.
I can't carry that bag. I ain't pack it. So like, I don't know, but I just saw
And
the
I've
shit.
never
I
had
just-
to
I
like.
felt bad for Chris. I was like, Chris, knock that nigga the fuck out.
Right.
But then I was like, oh,
I've never had to
please.
defend my wife on the front line or nothing like that either. So
Right.
Facts. I don't know.
she
Just
didn't
like
even want defense and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think wife or no wife, the whole situation, it was just a lot of trauma.
It was provoked.
It was
yeah.
provoked.
See, you seeing that through a mental health professional's eyes.
Yeah.
Most niggas like, shit, that bitch got me fucked up. Like walking up
Mhm.
there, like, yo, like it's like this.
Man, look at it this way: when he was approaching that stage, maybe he saw Jada.
Yeah,
I mean, just
I'm
something
telling you,
to
'cause
think
that's
about.
what he was supposed
I
to
know
do.
we
He was supposed to
go
slap her.
domestic violence, but you know,
Oh shit, I never even thought about that.
like she's sitting up there cackling and laughing, and oh, that's funny, and he probably got up, man. I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
Everybody laughing at me, think I'm a joke. They've been thinking he's a joke for at least the last year and a half.
Yeah. Like, yo, see.
So yeah,
Bro,
man.
niggas only know the word entanglement because of that situation. I've never used that word in my life.
I've used the word, but never in that context.
I've never used that word in my life.
No,
Situation
I've
cover
said
up that
entangled.
word.
I've said entangled, not entanglement.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Damn, that is crazy. That's like a part of culture now.
Exactly,
That's
bro.
wild.
Bro, it was just I think it was and this is just me being serious now. I was joking around, but yeah, it was just pent up frustration. It was like him lashing out, having an episode and shit like that.
Also,
I know because I've lashed out many a time.
Netflix need to go ahead and make Bright too, though. I was looking forward to that shit.
Yeah,
Stop
bro.
it.
Shout out to Bright too.
You
I
can't
wanted
be
to see that.
you can't be just another word of advice for black men. You can't bottle it up, bro.
Okay.
It's so easy.
It's
though.
no
God,
exactly.
damn, so
it's extremely easy to,
And then
but
you
it's
blow
no
up.
positive outcome from that.
Yeah, you have a heart attack. Like
Unless you can I'm not even gonna say unless.
You can channel your rage appropriately.
You can, and then I feel like a little dosage of like a delusion helps out too. Like you just even if you're not okay, just tell yourself you're gonna be okay until you can make the progress to be
Fake it
okay.
till you make it.
Or even maybe
That sounds bad, but
They do, yeah.
that's what I'll be doing, bro. Like
That's a good.
that's why I
mechanism
say it's
for-
like it's mental adjustment, bro. Shit
me-
be big as hell.
Yeah.
I toil it over. I assess it to see if it's really that big. Sometimes the shit end up really being small. And it's just me telling myself, like, bro, you're going to figure it out. You're going to be straight. You're going to get through it. Nigga, I done been down to where I ain't had two nickels to rub together and shit. Didn't nobody know it. I look all right. I'm clean and shit like that.
Right,
but
you
it's
figuring
like,
it out.
I'm going through figuring it out.
Like 13 days. What the fuck am I going to do? Like,
But it's like, use that to make you strong and shit. And I think, me personally, if you're aware of it, that'll help you stress out over less. No, I done pulled this shit off 2-3 months in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like your example. Rent due in 13 days. Shit, rent was due 13 days last time and I made it happen. So I know that I'm able to do this. So why am I, bro?
You
know what I'm saying?
That's a good.
Why is my head finna pop off when I know I can figure this out? Whatever I did last time, it might not work this same exact way, but I know that I have the capacity to figure this out.
To win.
To win. Let that be, course to I don't gotta stress out as much about this. Like I said, I need a little bit of stress to know that I gotta get some shit done. But like don't let it defeat you like it might have at another time because you know that you're able to do this and shit.
I got a quick question for you too. Yeah. So mental health is a spectrum, right?
Yes.
So the end we talk about now is the deficient side of it.
Mm-hmm.
What if you a narcissist or
Everybody need help.
So you on the other side.
I told you I got called a narcissist, bro.
Is that a new
So
episode?
offended.
Because I'll be wanting to know, right? Because I know
Be a good episode. Yeah,
some people be really, like you said, it's good to be a little delusional.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
some people got a whole lot.
yeah.
of
That's true
delusion.
too. That's true too.
Yeah. Well,
Like
I just don't think that's safe in life. To the little bit of my scope on it, the little bit of a delusion is telling yourself that you're gonna be okay, even in the midst of shit not going the way you want it to be.
Yeah.
Telling yourself that in the future you're gonna be okay.
that's
Mhm.
I think that's middle of spectrum.
Yeah.
That's a healthy balance.
I think a grand version of delusion would be ain't nothing going wrong.
Yeah.
And everything
ignoring
going
it.
wrong.
Yeah.
But
That's-
people do that.
Yeah, that's not safe.
Yeah.
How do you?
And you know what?
Maybe you need an outside source to tell you that this shit, even if
And
it's
that's
right
true.
for you,
Okay,
even
all
if it's right for you,
Having that
this ain't
outside,
really how you supposed to do this.
it's like they say, the truth hurts.
Oh
Yeah,
Like,
it do.
you know,
Yeah,
I could say,
The outside source
Yeah.
will lead into the admittance, and that's where help
it helps,
starts to
man.
take place.
And you-
When you accept that this ain't how this supposed to be being done and shit.
That's true.
Because
That's
you
true.
got you got people who are
Completely delusional, and
Yeah,
that's
like-
the scariest shit in the
like
world.
if it's a spectrum, that means you got them all over the place, right? So you got people that
That's
are
true.
balanced, quote
Mhm.
unquote normal, right? They in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. I
Within-
like how
within-
you put that together.
Within a 5% error of margin of error, or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So for you so if zero's in the middle, you somewhere between 0 and 10 either way.
Okay,
I think
okay,
that'll be normal, right?
okay.
And then if the other end is if it's zero's middle, then it's -100 plus 100, right? So I think 0 to 10, you're a normal person. You balance. You have ups and downs. You're a regular motherfucker, right?
You get in between
Basic,
the
quote
50s.
unquote.
It's like okay, you got something.
So
you gotta
then
work
you got
on,
something
but
you gotta
ain't
work
all the
on.
way out there.
Yeah. Then you got the motherfuckers who like suicidal thoughts.
Yeah,
I think that'd be -100, right? Or fantasize about murdering everybody or something. I feel like
Bro,
that would
I've
be-
dealt-
that would
I've
be
dealt with-
deficient.
I've dealt with both of those like people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make sure. I wanted to make sure I wasn't saying that I felt like that, but
Yeah.
I've dealt with those type of people. And then another part of that too, which is what me personally I've dealt with. You don't want to hurt nobody. You know what I mean? You ain't
That's a big
fantasizing
thing.
about murdering nobody, but you just okay with giving up, bro. I've dealt with that. I don't want to jump off a bridge or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
whatever the fuck gonna happen, fuck it, because I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of this shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people go through that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go steal nothing or
I'm gonna
do
tell you
no
something
crazy
crazy.
shit, but you just get okay with whatever is happening. You just get okay with it because
You just reminded me of something that somebody said. I was at work and he said this shit to me, and I was like, "What?" So he said, "You ever feel like if the house catches on fire, you just wouldn't even try to get out?"
I done been through that,
I was
bro.
like, what?
I done been through that.
I think my man was a little.
People say that that's a form of suicidal thoughts though, and you should check on people like that because them be the people where like, you know what I'm saying, nigga ain't gonna take a whole bunch of pills and overdose and nothing like that, but
if the house caught on fire, he's just
yeah,
gonna
a
sit down.
sit there,
nigga
yeah.
be okay with giving up, and that's.
I think that's a scary state,
Bro, that's
to be,
scary
bro.
as fuck. Nigga, I done lived through the shit, bro. It's scary as fuck.
It
I
is.
done had those times where it's just like, bro, shit just not clicking. I'm going
Yeah.
so hard and trying so hard to play it by the books and follow the rules.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yep.
fucking with nobody. I ain't costing nobody no extra money or none of that.
If-
But shit just not right. And you
That's
just
true.
you be okay with giving up, bro. That's the scariest shit in the world,
Yeah.
bro.
And I'll tell you, the older you get, that's when it starts to click in. Like, I'm in my 40s now, and I just realized pick and choose your battles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Pick
Yep.
and choose, like all that, 20s. I gotta say
Rah,
something
rah,
back,
rah,
slick,
yeah,
rah, rah,
yeah.
rah. 30s is okay, I'm gonna let it ride. No, fuck that. I gotta say something. But
Mhm.
now it's 40, it's like, look, okay, this is how I'm feeling today. I'm gonna take a me day.
Mm.
Like I'm gonna pick, I'm not gonna stress over this battle right now. I'm gonna
Yeah, bro.
take
Yeah,
this
bro.
and just I'm gonna worry about all that later. When we
I be
come
trying to
back
preach
and-
that to some of my friends that I know struggle with that. Cause
Yeah.
like, bro, it's okay to give a fuck about you, bro.
Mhm.
Mm.
Even if everything crash and burn and you gotta start from scratch, you still gotta give a fuck about you. You gotta make sure
You
you
got to.
good. You can't wither away with the shit that's withering away. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I
Yeah.
like that.
You like, nigga, I'm just now bouncing back off of having to start from scratch from a situation that I went through with like ex-friends and shit. But like,
Right.
I'm okay, and I kept my marbles within the situation of. It was times where I'm like, damn, this shit taking way longer than I wanted to take, but like I'm straight now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm progressing to be even better than I was. And in the midst of all of that, is you gotta keep yourself, bro. You gotta
keep yourself.
You got to. If don't nobody give a fuck about you, you gotta give a fuck about you, bro, because you all you got.
So if you're in that state of being okay with giving up, do you care about yourself that much?
I had to learn it. Wasn't an easy thing.
Teach yourself again. How to care. Okay, all right. I was just asking because
no, for sure. You got to learn it. You got to, because sometimes like I'm extremely blessed because I be getting that outside love. I got people that like they look up to me like I got special things that I do that everybody else can't give you that you gonna come to me for, and it's
you got value.
Finding your value. What you were saying, finding your value, and that wasn't that hard for me to do within going through the phase of wanting to give up because the love is like I was able to find it easier than most people are able to find it, but like you got to find your value. You got to, and it's gonna come because it always do. It always do. Whether even in the most obscure sign, somebody might tell you they like your fucking shirt, and you think this old ass shirt. I don't give a fuck about it, but it's like something is going to happen. That's just the way that the shit works out, bro. Yeah, something is going to happen to even peek at the smallest speck of your value, and you just gotta when you notice it, you gotta snowball, let it grow, and it's gonna get you back off the ledge. It's gonna you're gonna start to give a fuck about yourself again, and like, because all of this shit is you start to pick your battles, where it's like, bro, I ain't give a fuck about nothing, but I found a reason to smile.
A few
today.
things to care about.
You know what I'm saying? So I do got a few things to care about. So now the stuff that was like fucking me up, that had me thinking crazy, not crazy, but it had me not myself. Pick and choose whether you really got to deal with that shit. A lot of times you don't got to deal with that shit.
I've started to
let that shit fall off. Decide not to pick that bag up today. Like all of that shit is a combination of things that's gonna help you get back straight.
Because I think something I've learned kind of recently is to how not to. If it's different, it ain't crazy.
Facts, bro. Bro, so facts. Swear to God.
Because for me, like I'm hella logical and analytical, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand emotional outbursts. I just don't. I'll be like, case in point. Oh, I went through a breakup. Okay, that's a fact.
Nigga, that is death defying for some people.
Yeah, we're not together. Oh, you just gonna let me go there? Yeah.
But for somebody else, nigga, my whole little world shook up. My shit upside down now. I don't know. I don't know what's up no more for some people.
And I'll be like, I can't wrap my head around that. But also, how dare I say you crazy or you fucked up or you weaker than me because you affected by some shit like that.
Right.
Because I know, because there's shit that I care about deeply that I know people be like I would be devastated if I went home right now, like my TV didn't turn on. I'd be mad as hell. Because that's like, like I want to do that shit. I care. If this motherfucker don't turn on, I'll be like, fuck it. So most people will be like, some other people are like, go buy another TV or whatever, right?
Right.
So everybody got their thing, right? They triggers and shit.
Right. I get that.
Like I'm gonna snap if I go and my car won't start. Pissed. And there's some people like, well, I gotta get my car fixed. There's no big deal.
I done sat in the car and hit one of these, like.
Yeah, so it's always so like everybody got their triggers and shit, right? Like that straw, right? That breaks the go back and shit.
Right.
Like I was at I was so yesterday, as a matter of fact, I ordered Panera. This shit is weird, and it's the feather weighing a ton. I got it too. It happens to me too, folks. It happens to everyone. No, like I ordered a little flatbread pizza, and like shit I was mad. Right. Yeah, it wasn't right. Like it wasn't what I ordered. I was mad as fuck. I was like, I don't even got an appetite no more. Like, I was like, this is
these fucking peasants.
Right. Then you know what happened though? Like I didn't get mad at the world. I just said, now I gotta figure out I ate that shit though because I was like, I'm hungry and I pay for the motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta eat it.
Bro, but I think picking your battles is something that, I mean, you ain't got kids yet, but I think we got to start teaching our kids that to like get them a little upward jump on that shit. Like,
you know what's crazy? Like, they always say they should teach this in school, they should teach that in school. They ain't gonna do that shit though. But I feel like as a parent, parents don't get mad at me because I know y'all busy and shit. But like, I feel like you are responsible for your child.
You are, bro.
Absolutely.
Holistically.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't, you got this fucking menace in society smacking people upside the fucking head. Like, and that's because he mad his fucking daddy ain't come over. Like, talk to that kid.
Yeah, like, they was like, oh, these kids out here stealing cars. They running the block. I'm like, yeah, them y'all kids. Like,
we all kids. You're right.
If you between 20, if you between 25 and like 50, 25 and 50, you probably got a kid or something.
That's a teenager for sure.
Moving into them ages and shit. It's your fault.
Wait.
I can dig it. I agree.
25? No, not 25. Not 25.
But if you're 25, right, you got a kid that's
you better not have no
young.
fucking 15-year-old.
I'm not 15, but I'm saying like they but your 5 or 6-year-old is looking up to these 15.
Oh, okay, I get that.
They, you know, bro, my big brother is 7. I got 2 big brothers. They 7 and 9 years older than me. Them niggas was like the coolest motherfuckers on the planet.
Bro,
right?
my big brother 5 years older than me. The coolest nigga still. My brother tight as fuck to me.
You know what I'm saying? I feel what you said. But I'm saying,
what
like,
you said.
I was, or my cousins, right? I'm like, man, I'm gonna be like these niggas where I go. Like, so your kid is seeing this shit and like, that's what I'm gonna do.
And that's bad, bro. That's bad. Deep. We got to give them more options.
So you got to,
because I don't think they care about like, dude, good at basketball. I want to get good at basketball. They like, this nigga got the cars. I want the cars.
Yeah, he on TikTok. He on Instagram. Everybody know him on.
They got more access to social media than we ever did.
Yeah, but you worried about getting your kids to Jordans because your mama didn't buy you Jordans, and you think you doing your job.
What I've been preaching with my kids is self-acceptance. Like, be okay with being yourself.
That's a grown up
self-acceptance.
Be okay with being yourself, bro. I've always been extremely individual. Like,
yeah, me too.
In the heat of the storm, I know they're gonna talk about me for doing this or wearing this or being like this, but I've always been a pretty eclectic person. But like, be okay with being yourself, bro.
Let's take a lot of strength.
It do. I want to push that on to everybody I care about.
Being any kind of different,
bro. I want to push that on to everybody that I care about. Be okay with being yourself, bro. Because ain't nobody else you but you. And then like, bro, I think I'm tight. Right. I want people to think that they tight. I want people to think that they tight. Whatever you do, whatever is your thing, like give a fuck about that shit. Like, love that shit. Be tight and be okay with being tight. Don't be pompous. Don't be arrogant. I'm a pretty humble nigga, but I feel like I'm tight as fuck.
Yeah, I do too.
And I want people to like love yourself, bro. Give a fuck about yourself.
Yeah, but that's something you have to, like you said, you
gotta learn it.
So, because
we don't got a lot of good examples of like just genuine love, bro. Yeah, not love as in a sense of romantic. Like
you talking about unconditional, kind of just because you are who you are, I love you, and not because you drive the nicest car or live in the biggest house, or
and to take that a step further, not even a example of self-love.
Yeah,
you probably see your mom get dressed or your dad, shave and shit like that. That's a small spectrum of it, but like.
Yeah, daily hygiene is a form of self-love, low key. Like,
but like
preaching
to your family, preaching to the people in your household, your kids, your significant other, like loving yourself, like that. It's a thing now because it's popular, but like that should have been a thing early on, bro. I used to think I was the ugly brother. My brother got nice slick hair and shit, and he was my brother been buff since I was like 8. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? My sister got long, luxurious hair and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to see them with all. I used to think I was a little ugly brother and shit. Yeah. Nobody told me like you should love you for you and to grow into that. I had to grow into that. I want people to like even at an early stage like be okay with whatever your shit is, find your way to groom yourself and shit like that. But like
that's a luxury we have.
Yeah.
Because not to give an excuse to the previous generations and shit, but they was dealing with like just trying to survive.
That's true.
Not saying it's okay, but also we have problems. We face issues, but they're just different. Milder.
Like I'm not gonna say they're milder. They're just different.
But okay, yeah. I get that's case in point, that's true because they're still killing us and all kind of shit. But like, so man, it's the wrong choice of words, but like, it's different, like you said, right? So like, but like, I know like, my granddad probably wasn't concerned about his mental health because he was like, shit, I'm trying not to get hung from a fucking tree.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying,
but that's why you gotta take evolution at face value.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I get that grandpa, you know what I'm saying, probably was trying to make sure he didn't get lynched and shit. It's less likely that I'm going to get lynched. I ain't going to say I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but it's less likely. So the amount of precaution that I would take to not get lynched back then, I don't have to use as much energy towards
time
that.
And energy for that.
So now I got this energy to put towards whatever else.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a luxury that we have generationally, and I feel like that's why, like, I agree with what you said. You got to instill that in your children too, because
absolutely,
one day they're gonna be the grown ups.
Yeah.
Like running this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we can, I don't know. I ain't even got kids.
But explain that it's a luxury though.
Yeah.
Explain that it's a luxury. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? In my dad's day, he had to do this. In my day, I had to do this. You ain't got to go through that no more. You probably got to go through some different shit. So make the mental adjustment.
Yeah, make the time. Take the time to take advantage of the situation. Like you have it better, so do better.
Instead of being old nigga that, man, y'all kids are soft. Y'all ain't have to go through nothing. Y'all still got to go through shit because nigga, when I was 9 and 10, I ain't have to worry about nobody on TikTok saying I was ugly.
The
niggas on my block might call me ugly, or I ain't got the shoes that they got. But then when I go a couple blocks down, I might be the cool kid over there. Yeah. You can literally have thousands of people saying fucked up shit to you now. So I didn't have to go through that, but the kids got to go through that now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just explain that there are battles that you got to pick and shit like that.
Right. And then not only just pick and choosing your battles, we got to get back, you know, especially black men, again, us. I remember my grandfather used to always say, now remember, you leave out the door, you represent us.
Yeah.
The house. And, you know, when I look at it today, I don't think that's done properly or how it was even at all.
Represent us, but you gonna represent us by wearing Gucci.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And shit, like it's like we want to look good and not be good. I feel like that's a lot of, because everybody be concerned about.
It's just gonna take us as a community to just redirect what's important.
Yeah.
It ain't not important to have some money. Go have some money. You know what I'm saying?
But
look nice.
Holistic, bro. I keep saying that.
But look as good on the inside as you do on the outside.
Yes.
It's the worst thing in the world is to be fly as hell and I still have your shit right.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I would choose my mental health over money any day.
Exactly, bro.
Like I said, I paid for therapy out of pocket. Ain't that a bitch? But I am so happy I spent that money.
Yeah,
bro. Just that in itself, bro. Like, I go through little shit, but I'm happy, bro. Yeah. That's the best shit in the world, bro.
But it was literally like if I had to put the best money I ever spent, it was definitely on that shit because like it helped me balance my own scales,
parts of yourself that you probably weren't aware of.
Yeah, it helped me balance my own scales, right? So like I've never been an angry person or mean or toxic, quote unquote, but like I have been.
You were just numb to a lot of shit.
Yes, and that shit can be taken as
one of my homies was like
nothing. That. Like I used to be very like I still got my ways. I'm still a distant nigga. I still nonchalant as a motherfucker. Sorry, y'all, but like
we need y'all around.
Yeah, but like it's just now I'm aware of it. Like now I know it. Now I know how to.
So would you say that's the root of a lot of what we gotta like push and preach and teach the kids and stuff like that is just awareness?
Yeah, a lot of it because if you don't know, when you know better, you do better. Right?
That's what you're supposed to. You don't know what you don't know,
but you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, bro. We just gotta. I think that's probably gonna be the beginning of because like I said, like it's not as bad now because it's the thing. It's popular, mental health and. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go see a therapist.
And a lot of people be.
I just don't like shit. I just don't like shit when it get trendy. I hate shit when it get trendy, bro.
Yeah,
I've always
because then the work ain't done.
Exactly.
Then they go to some motherfucker who got a certificate at some website they paid $29.99 for to say I do mental health coaching. Right. It's like no the fuck you don't. You ain't did no work. Like you ain't did no work. You ain't did like I feel like who plays. I ain't gonna say plays around.
Credentials accredited and shit.
Yeah, but like, true.
Who guides your wellness? I want that motherfucker to be verified, because they could fuck people up. Man.
Yeah,
like
So I think we just
I'm
gotta
pretty sure
push awareness, bro.
Like you do what you do, and I know you know people that's really bad at what they do.
And I would tell you like this: if it's something I know I can't deal with, I have no shame of going to get help or referring you to somebody else that's more fit or capable.
I'm the same way with a lot of shit.
You know,
or if I don't know, I'll be like, give me 2-3 days, I'll find out.
Because that's
another research, find out exactly what you need to do.
Yeah, because some people, you know, they like you said, it's make believe. It's an ego
with
thing.
your feelings. That too.
Get a notepad. How do you feel?
If you know you feel a way, but you can't describe it, or you just know something ain't sitting right with you, it's not a bad thing to not know why.
Yeah.
Like I know I don't feel how I want to feel, but I don't know why I don't know why I feel like this.
And I feel
it's not bad. That's leading into. I'm aware that something ain't right.
Yeah,
I think
and that's the first. That's the first part.
Yeah,
COVID did that with a lot of people. I think that's why it's so trendy now because motherfuckers had to sit the fuck down.
COVID changed the game.
Like as much as I be saying fuck that shit, bro. COVID was a beautiful thing for me because nigga, COVID, it allowed me to, bro. You know how many trips I took?
Well, for me, it was just like I stayed at home for a month.
That's crazy for you, ain't it?
Oh,
because I know you be out and getting shit done.
Yeah,
to have to sit down is like what?
It was really it bothered the nigga so. You're like I was losing my own identity and shit. I was like, man, am I like? I remember I went a 3-day period where I didn't even shower, and I was chill out, dude. I was at home by myself. I was in my own funk. Okay, you looked at me. I was in my own home.
It's called the suit, bro. Right? It's called the man suit.
I was in my own way, but I was like. But it's crazy because I started to slip, right? I was like, why even bother?
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, get your ass up right now. Like, because now, you know what I'm saying? That's how I started. Like, you know.
You get to, you start losing sight of yourself. Yeah. For me, I had noticed I went 12 hours without saying anything out loud.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. Sitting in the crib by myself. Ain't nobody there. Text or whatever, but I ain't getting no call or nothing. 12 hours. I just said like, oh, out loud. I'm like, damn, bro, I ain't saying nothing to nobody all day.
That is weird, bro.
Crazy, bro.
As much as you
lose sight of yourself.
As much as that shit, that's how I know. Like, that's how I know solitary confinement and like jail can't be healthy and shit. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like, like that shit can't be helpful.
I want to preach that too, though. Like that it's okay like not dealing with it alone. You know what I mean? Yeah, being alone, bro. I'm an alone nigga, bro. Being alone kind of fucks you up.
It can have its perks sometimes.
It can,
but it's unhealthy to be isolated.
Just like everything else, though. It's in dosage. Yeah, I fuck with my solitude, bro. I call it my time to recharge. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm away from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm doing for self-care and shit, but I'm just by myself with my thoughts, sorting my shit out because I compartmentalize too. Like I don't really like mental clutter. Like I categorize things and shit like that. But after you recharge, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get back out there. Or don't recharge on a negative because it can cause a downward spiral.
Yeah, them down cycles and shit, them fucking you know, everything sucks. I'm feeling bad.
I mean, this bitch turning into Eeyore and shit.
Yeah, shit like that. I'd be like,
yeah, bro. Fucking woe is me fest. Like you don't.
Yeah, hey, I don't like that imaginary victim shit, man. Like you ain't nothing happening to you.
Yeah,
ain't nothing. Yeah.
Or somebody that takes your problem and turns them into theirs.
Yeah, I used to do that in my relationships. Yeah,
well, I think a lot of men are problem solvers because it's you know what? That's the way you just said that made me think of something like a motherfucker. I'd be surprised at how well I jump into action to solve somebody else's shit, but I won't touch my own shit. I'll be like, I can wait. I don't even feel like dealing with that shit. But like,
bro, fast.
But if your girl comes to you like, baby, this is fucked up, you be like, let's go.
It's such a pressing issue. Like, I gotta fix this for my immediately. Girl. We gotta be straight. Like,
my car ain't running. I'm gonna call AAA. Midas, nigga, Mr. Goodrich, come on, everybody meet me at whatever the address is. We gotta fix this motherfucker. I mean,
that and it's I ain't never found a mechanic so fast in my life.
Right. Well, my shit don't be right. I'll be like, this is that little sound. I get
right. Shorty car fucked up. We getting this fixed tonight.
Yeah.
I'm finna get under there myself.
Right. I'm gonna pay extra coming right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
I'm out there watching while dude doing it so I can fix it the next time.
Yeah, for the next time and shit, but like, and I think we do that shit like, but because men are actionable creatures and shit. Like we
problem solvers.
We program like that from youth. You You know what I'm saying? When we're young and shit, that's like our social structure. So like, but we don't never do that shit for ourselves.
Never
You
do.
gotta start doing it, bro. Got to,
We
bro.
don't never do that shit for ourselves, especially as a black man. Like, think about it. Like, most of the time, keep it honey, right? If you go to somebody with a problem, they're gonna be like, nigga, solve it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You like, I don't know how. Like,
we don't
you know
really
what
got
I'm
a lot of margin for error. We don't really got a lot of margin for like feelings and shit. Real life. We don't really got a lot of margin for feelings, bro. Like,
and I'm pretty sure a lot of men feel this way too. I don't know.
You're
White
supposed
dudes
to
probably
be
feel this
okay.
way. Hispanic niggas probably feel
But-
this way. and shit.
so what I do, I take that at face value.
Yeah.
You ain't really got a lot of room for, to be in your fields and shit like that because work don't stop. Shit got to get done.
Yeah, the show must
So-
go on, bro.
So what's going on?
To start it off, because if you need to talk to somebody else, go fucking talk to somebody else, bro. But to start it off, like, I ain't really got too much space to just be boo-hooing and shit, right? Because I'm a fucking black man.
You a man, period.
So I'm a man.
Yeah.
But so start to what's fucking me up like this? What's making me feel out of whack like this? Why my shit
That's
ain't
what made me
ticking?
go to therapy, bro.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
right there, I was like, I'm
That's
doing
what-
all the right
think-
things.
I
I'm
think
doing
that's-
all the right things.
That's
Why
the
do I-
progression.
Yeah.
But you went through it.
Yeah.
The
For real.
end all be all was
Self-awareness.
going through therapy and shit. But it started off with my shit not right. I can't really talk to nobody else about this. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? You went through those steps to make sure to find out that this was your solution. And since we are natural problem solvers, assess that like it's a problem for somebody else if that's what you need to do to jump into action.
Ooh.
Like,
I like that.
This
That,
shit-
that same feeling.
you know what I'm
and shit,
saying?
that
This
urgency.
shit not right. What I got to do to fix it? Is it like I got to pout for a quick second and then I'm good? Is it like I got to talk to somebody? Is it like I got to go travel? Whatever
Yeah,
it
whatever your
is.
shit
You know what I'm
is.
saying? But assess that shit like it's a problem.
I like that.
A problem don't mean you crazy.
It don't.
A
at
problem
all.
just mean this not doing what it's
I'm
supposed
aware
to do.
Well put. I like how
that
you
this
said
ain't
that.
right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
want to do what's necessary to make it right in my own perception
my
of what
my
right
perception
is.
of what right is.
So, cause
Like me, my perception of what's right. The fuck am I so mad for, bro?
yeah,
Fuck am I, bro? Why
to me
my
it was aimlessness, bro. I
you know
just
what I'm
felt,
saying?
I felt like the fuck, like I should be happy, like because when I talk
Because
to my,
you're doing what you're supposed to do, or what you deem you're supposed to do. You're doing that shit. So why
am I feeling empty?
exactly?
I've accomplished the checklist. I've made the checklist. Y'all know me and my list.
Mhm.
All right, so I made the list. I checked the motherfucking boxes off the list. Motherfucker, I feel empty.
Why
Bro.
am I
I
not
have not
reaping the
felt like I've
benefits?
accomplished anything. And then I go to my
Mhm.
friends about this. It's like, this kind of shit affects you. You the strong one. You the smart one. I be like, yeah, I'm still a regular motherfucker too. Like,
Yeah, bro.
like, I'm human, nigga. Like I'll be
Bro,
feeling.
I'm funny as fuck,
less
bro.
than.
So people are like, why are you feeling like this inside? And you make all us laugh. You like, bro.
Robin
I'm
Williams,
the
bro.
vent friend.
Robin Williams.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Exactly.
That hurt my.
Mine too. Fuck
hurt
me
my
up,
heart,
bro.
brother,
I'm the vent friend, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas going through problems with their girls. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, is like I could talk to Mike about it. I just always been like that, bro.
You a little bit of an
That's real.
empath, I guess. Like,
Yeah. And I'm not gonna give I'm a listen too.
yeah.
Top tier listener, bro. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
key. That's big.
So with me being that friend, it's like, damn, why are you out of whack? Why are you going through this? Why is this stuff fucking
you supposed
up?
to be the true north, bro.
You know
Like,
what
why
I'm
are
saying?
you not-
Exactly. Just like you. Like you being a strong one, why is this shit affecting you?
Yeah.
And I had to look within myself and figure that out. Like, damn, why am I so fucked up about whatever the case may be?
You know what it
And
was?
then I made my path to make sure that I was straight.
You know what it remind me of? Like the water dripping on the rock.
Yeah.
I'm the rock, but that motherfucking drip. We're a hole right through that
I
motherfucker.
seen
Like,
a post about that shit too.
yeah,
Because on the outside looking in, everybody was telling me like, we just always thought you were straight.
yeah.
And the post was saying like, yeah, I'm nonchalant, but bitch, I got feelings too, and that's facts, bro. For
Yeah.
me personally, like,
Word.
I might not, you know what I'm saying? I might not look like nothing wrong, but I be having feelings. I be going through shit like that.
That should be real though. I be like, that drip of water is just real shit, man. Like, I am the stone, but
100%.
bitch, you whole mountain's been weathered by rainwater. Nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Do we got any more
So,
comments?
Take a toll on you.
I think we did.
Okay, good. I know
wrapping.
I lose sight of those sometimes.
Wrap
All
it up.
right.
All right. Well, that was season 2, episode 3.
Yeah, we got any parting statements before we get out of
My
here?
man, give us a good send off.
I guess send off.
You the professional. You got it.
Yeah, man. If you you need help, or let me rephrase that. If you are in crisis, don't, and I repeat, do not be afraid to talk to someone.
Right.
You know, whether it's a brother, a mother, just anyone, you know. Start by finding your resources. You
got a
know,
website or something?
Yep, we do have a website. You can go to granitehillshospital.com. That's Granite, GRANITE, hillshospital.com. Also, we're located at 1706 South 68th Street in West Dallas.
Right on.
So, you know, I'm there quite often, and you know,
I'll be thinking my shit rap type, but I'm probably gonna check y'all out.
yeah, man, you should, man. I appreciate it. You know, I've lived a long, stressful life.
Yeah, man.
But
sure.
you know, I'm happy, man. I'm at peace, and
yeah, I found my peace too. It helped me.
It's a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah.
It's helped in every aspect too. Like I became a better professional. I started making more money. I started feeling more fulfilled. Like it was.
I want that for everybody I come in contact with, bro. Because I know what the other side feel like.
We all do.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting to like just serene peace and shit like that. But I know what the other side feel like. So I want that for everybody. Like, and I guess my parting statement is just like two statements. One is it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
And then
Well put.
Like what I said before, having a problem don't mean you crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Life is a problem.
Exactly.
So just deal
in
with it.
itself, bro. You start off with a problem that you got to solve.
I think what I want to say is a send off. Like, I know we talked about black men's mental health, but I feel like Granite Hills, ladies, other men, like if you can feel like there's a problem or a crisis issue, whatever words you want to apply to the shit, do something about it, because it's not gonna get better until you do. Like ignoring it or stuffing it down, bottling up, does nobody any good. You or the people you connected to in your life. So
right on.
Facts.
Do what's needed. It helped me tremendously. I ain't go to Granite Hills, but you know what I'm saying? Like it helped a lot. So
all right, and so where can everybody follow you at?
And I'm on all social media platforms. Government name Gundy Berry. You can follow me. You can follow me there. I'm also on LinkedIn as Gundy Berry on behalf of Granite Hills Hospital.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna wrap up the episode, season 2, episode 3 of Ghetto Love Goes. This will be on all platforms at 7 p.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
everywhere podcasts can be found.
Yeah. Everywhere podcasts can be found. That's right.
Awesome, brothers, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Appreciate the talk. For sure.
You coming,
we gotta have more of these for sure.
Man, absolutely.
All right.
See y'all next.